what's going on, and I know what you're thinking. This is another Star Wars thing. God, I don't want to be sitting in this classroom right now or sitting wherever I am listening to this dude talk about Star Wars. So I'm going to make this as painless as possible, and the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and just get down to it. We're going to make this video as quick as possible, so please sit through as we discussed Heir to the Empire. Timothy ZAHN is the dude who created this book. It's such a wonderful, comprehensive book of the Star Wars universe that is categorized as Legends. And I know what you're thinking instantly, why do I care? Well, Legends is this concept that was going on after the original trilogy came out in 1997, 1979, and 1983. And it was a concept where basically writers of novels would continue the story on from where the movies left off. Because after all, you can't make movies forever. So the concept then went on to Heir to the Empire, which takes place 5 years after Return of the Jedi. And 5 years after Return of the Jedi, they are trying to establish a new republic, a new concept that was later be elaborated more on in the prequels, but this is of course predating the prequels, as this goes on in the early 1990s. Now, Timothy ZAHN introduces this one character named Grand Admiral Thrawn. Grand Admiral Thrawn is this blue dude who's a member of the Chiss, if I'm not mistaken, an alien race. And I love my blue people. I love the Blue Man Group. I love Papa Smurf. I love Justin Timberlake. And I know what you're thinking, Justin Timberlake isn't blue, but I often imagine him with this blue filter that makes him blue. So yeah, so Thrawn's this blue dude, he's menacing. Something I really got from reading the pages was Thrawn's menacing nature. As it's seen throughout the pages, he's not a man who acts crudely or acts impulsively. It's a well thought out plan that he's planned out, and that's what he elaborates on throughout when he's talking. He's talking to this one captain, Captain Pealon, I believe it to be pronounced. And he's talking to him, and he's going on about art, as if art teaches everything, which is such a noble concept. Because in many instances in society, we don't have writing. We don't have writing from the Mayans or from the Egyptians. We have pictures, we have art, we have this concept. So it's really interesting to see a Star Wars character who knows how valuable art is to everything. We open on a scene with them doing a library dump. And I know what you're thinking, libraries are dumps. No, not that kind of library dump. It's where they take the libraries from worlds and gather them up to gain information about that world before they either A, conquer it, or B, leave it be. And it's very interesting to see a character that does that. Thrawn is the main character of this book. He's in the background at all times. He's always looming. Sure, this is another Skywalker story where you'll see Luke jump back in and all that kind of stuff, and you'll see a lot of the original cast return. Everybody just comes back together into this book to create a very interesting piece of novelization that I actually didn't expect to thoroughly enjoy. Even tease the death of one of my favorite characters, Lando Calrissian. This book did so much on so many emotional levers as it goes over the concept of how hard it is to establish this new republic after the Empire has fallen. The Empire was in place for 30, 40 years, and now it's being broken down and defeated, and now we have to somehow build something out of the ashes of the Empire. And Thrawn just ain't having it. Thrawn is the heir to the Empire. He's the dude who inherits everything that Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine set up, and he takes it all in and then is acted upon to try to figure it out. We introduce some new characters. We introduce this new dude called Kobath. And Kobath is a cloned Jedi, spoiler alert, clone Jedi, who is so cool because he's from the Clone Wars actually, and has a mindset of the Clone Wars. And a lot has changed in 50, 60 years since the Clone Wars. So to me, Heir to the Empire does a really good job of establishing the characters we already loved from the movies, but also building upon what we loved and extending it out further. You're introduced to another character named Mara Jade, and she's revealed to be Emperor Palpatine's long-lost apprentice, someone who was there on the Death Star while the Death Star was exploding, someone who experienced the Battle of Endor from a new perspective, something we would later see in the Star Wars Battlefront 2 game. So it's very interesting to see a book that was created in canon originally, but later exiled from canon, to see it elaborate on so much and see it want to do all these great ideas. It also name drops Coruscant. It's the first time we ever hear the term Coruscant introduced in Star Wars. Isn't in the prequels. It's introduced in Timothy Zahn's first trilogy book, known as Heir to the Empire. In short, pretty much, this is an awesome book. I would 100% recommend anybody who gives even a minor crap about Star Wars. People often dispute the state that Star Wars is in right now. They're mad at The Last Jedi because it did this to Luke Skywalker. They're mad at The Force Awakens for bringing everything back. They're mad at Solo for not being what they wanted. These books are what you want. I guarantee it. Because everybody yells, oh, I wanted to see how the Skywalker story continues. This is how the Skywalker story continues. Continues through the pages of Timothy Zahn's beautiful novelizations. And I know what you're thinking. Why would I take the time to seek this out? In a time where Star Wars is so divided, why would I refer something that will probably divide more Star Wars fans? It's not going to. This is awesome. This is so cool. This is such a noble concept that was introduced so long ago that I recommend everybody 100% go ahead and check out. And that's all I really got to say about that. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please like, favorite, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully Jamie's in that one.